Fauxtopia. It was a dream that became a plan that became a theme park, and a theme park that became a legend. But is it art? Of course, the most iconic images of Fauxtopia centered around Kitsch Gardens, with its gigantic fiberglass animals, pumpkins, and badminton birdies. Salvaged from abandoned projects all around the globe, these hyperreal curiosities were donated from the private collection of G.E. McAtnoff, after many desperate pleas from his accountant to unload them. When we speak of hyperrealism, we are talking about reality on steroids. This is to be distinguished from surrealism, which is reality on LSD, and realism, which is really just reality with a nice glass of water and a sensible dinner. All through history, humans have created and marveled at such oversized representations, be it the Sphinx of Egypt, or the Colossus of Rhodes, or that big bearded statue in Brazil, which I'm fairly certain is Jason Momoa. When we stand before these massive figures, we are children once again. I felt this very deeply at the Smithsonian when viewing Ron Muck's Naked Man, which bears a striking resemblance to my own father, how he looked when my mother would ask him how his day was going, when I would ask him to look at one of my drawings, or when the authorities finally found him. Fauxtopia was replete with enormous simulacra of everyday objects like teacups and rubber duckies, as well as human figures like Paul Bunyan and Marilyn Monroe. By simulacra, I mean imitations, not to be confused with simulactation, in which males spontaneously produce milk in reaction to an enormous statue of Paul Bunyan or Marilyn Monroe. This happens to a very small percentage of men, and it is enormously embarrassing to us. Then, when we talk about proportion and scale, we're really talking about large versus small, and where you stand in relation to it. So, for example, I'm a normal-sized person, an average-sized person, and these are, to me, tiny chairs. Holding tiny chairs, being a normal-sized person, makes me feel godlike. I can put anyone into these chairs. I can put you, or my most hated enemy, or Mummy and Daddy. And if Mummy and Daddy were here, I could hold them in these chairs, and then I could make them finally have the conversation. We speak here of scale and relative proportionality. The enormous donut above Joey Bagger Donuts stand, for example, beckons one to come and experience a normal-sized $1.50 donut. When one ordered an actual donut at this stand, however, it was quite tiny and cost $8.99. Exploitation or sly satirical commentary? I'd argue both. And neither. You know, the one about money, and the one about frigidity, and the one about avoidance, and the one about borderline personality disorder. Large-scale replications of everyday objects can dance on the border between subversive art and mere commercialism. Take Clothespin, a 45-foot sculpture by Claes Oldenburg, which itself replicates a common everyday clothespin. G.E. McAtnoff gifted Clothespin to Fauxtopia, and in the Fauxtopia gift shop, you can buy this normal scale representation version of it. When you use it as an actual clothespin, you are simultaneously amplifying Oldenburg's brand while still getting a bit of washing done. And the one about indifference, and the one about you have a son, look at me, yes, look at me, I'm here too. Damn you both, damn you. I love these chairs, they're very, very, very beautiful. Hyperreal? Certainly. Noteworthy? Without a doubt. Provocative? You bet your sweet petunia. But, is it art?
You have been watching But Is It Art? With Umberto Clement. This series is made possible through a grant by WRAY, the Springfield PBS affiliate, and by Madoff Kunst Galleries. The opinions and views expressed by Mr. Clement are solely his own and do not reflect the beliefs of the sponsor. No animals, children, or buildings were harmed in the making of this video. Please like and subscribe.
If you are in the Los Angeles area in the spring or summer of 2022, make plans to visit the Treasures of Fauxtopia exhibit, on display at the Don B. Huntley Gallery on the Cal Poly Pomona campus. This is one of the first fully curated shows of artifact, memorabilia, and souvenirs from the most believable place on earth. Details can be found here by snapping the QR code or follow the link in the video's description.